everyone, and welcome to my channel. This pick a card reading is about your wishes. We want to see what wishes are coming true for you. If you have not, as of yet, chosen a genie, go ahead and do that now. There are timestamps down below where you can go directly to the picture and pause where necessary. Take as much time as you need to in order to choose. If during that time you feel led to pick more than one image, by all means, pick more than one image. Listening to your intuition is always going to be highly encouraged here. These readings are timeless, so whether you watch at the upload time or sometime later down the road, whenever it's placed into your awareness and you feel that intuitive nudge to watch, there indeed could be a message here for you. Nonetheless, what I always say is that these readings are general, can't possibly expect to connect with every single person that clicks on this video, although I hope that most of you end up finding a message here. But if you don't, that is okay. I encourage you, maybe before you click off my channel altogether, perhaps try exploring my pick a card playlist. I have a bunch of readings I've already done. There could be one somewhere in that playlist that has the message that you need right now in this moment. Have fun exploring my channel and all my other content as well if you feel inclined to. And what I always say is, let's say after you've explored my channel, you realize maybe I'm not the reader for you. That is okay, because I trust the magic of the universe and I trust that it will guide you to the right message that has what you need for your journey right now in this moment, right? Because it's a beautiful magic and symbiosis that takes place to always guide us to what we need. So with all that being said, Star Family, let's go ahead and go directly to your reading of choice. Much love to you wherever you are. I'll meet you at your reading. Pile number 1, viewers, you chose the Lady in the Lamp. For your reading, we are going to be looking at your wishes. We want to see what wishes are coming true for you. Bear with me as I adjust this. There we go, so that we can see everything a little bit better. So let's see what wishes are coming true for you. And I think what I'm going to do is start off with this deck here. This is a very, what's it called? It's called the, hold on, let me get the box. It is called just the Oracle. That's all it's called, the Oracle. And I found this at Home Goods of all places. Like, who would have thought, right? So let's see. What wishes are coming true for you? Pile number 1, viewers. What wishes are coming true for you? Let's just grab a few cards. And they have images on them. All unique images. So let's see. The ivy, the water, the wind, and the horse. Okay, so ivies do climb, right? Hold on, let me show these to you up close. Ivies climb. And I'm looking at the horse, and I am looking or feeling the energy of the Chinese horoscope, right? The horse is a workhorse. It's a travel card. And it's a hard-working energy, like horsepower, right? So right there with just these 2 cards, off the bat, it's giving me the feeling of you're climbing maybe the career ladder, or the wishes that are coming true are the goals that you are climbing towards. And the horse energy is the work that you're putting in to climb towards that goal and to reach the goal. So the wishes that are coming true are work-related, goal-related, the goals that you are climbing and reaching for, the hard work that you are putting in, at this time, maybe finally paying off. You've been very, I would say with the horse energy, putting effort into something that you want to reach and obtain. So the wishes that are coming true have to do with obtaining these goals that you're reaching for and are, with the horse, working towards. Some of you might have the Chinese horoscope symbol of the horse. Some of you might have a tendency to overwork and not stop, and maybe not know how to really take a rest, because people with the horse energy don't. They're super productive. So you've been productively working towards your goals, and this is basically telling me that the wishes that are coming true are work-related, career-related, goal related, something that you've been striving for, aiming towards, climbing towards, putting a lot of energy and effort into achieving. And this could also be travel. So the wishes that are coming true have to do perhaps with travel. We have the water energy and the wind. Some of you could be air signs, some of you could be water signs. So with these two energies, but water is about flow. And wind energy, right? Air is about communication. Water is also about intuitive energy. So I feel like your intuition is probably pushing you in the direction of climbing towards these goals that you've been working so hard towards. I think a lot of them are personal goal related, right? In regards to earthly matters, because ivies are a vine, a plant that grows in the earth. The horse is an energy that toils the earth, or, when you think of a farm, it pulls the plow and all of that. So a lot of earth energy right here just in these two cards. But the water energy and the wind, it's like intuitively and you've spoken these affirmations with the wind energy out loud. You've put them into the spirit realm, right? And it's feeling like you might be climbing, putting all this physical effort and energy into climbing in this direction or moving in this direction, because it's movement with the horse. But spirit over here has heard you. You've communicated these intentions, these wishes. Spirit has heard them. And you're flowing in the direction of them on a spiritual level with these two cards. Maybe not even realizing that you're flowing towards them on a spiritual level already. And your humanness, right, wants to put physical work in, because that's what we know how to do. We know how to be productive. We oftentimes feel that we have to work towards everything we want, instead of oftentimes just flowing towards them and allowing a lot of spirit to do the work for us. Yeah, we do have to put physical effort into things, but it really doesn't have to be as hard as oftentimes our human nature wants to make it out to be. And that's what this is saying to me with these four cards. You're climbing towards something, you're moving in the direction of something, you're working towards something, but this energy over here is saying, I've already taken note. Spirit's saying, I already taken note of what it is that you want. I've heard you. I've understood and absorbed your intention. These things are already flowing to you, even though your earthly humanness, all you can seem to want to do is push like the workhorse would, instead of just flowing to it, because it's already been heard. It's like your intention, your wish has already been heard. It's already been taken, written down. It's already been like processed. Your order's been processed, type of thing. That's what I'm getting here. Could be also because we're talking about earthly things, right? It could be even anything that we try to achieve on an earthly level, whether it's business, career, studies, that's the kind of feeling that the work energy of the horse is giving me. Okay. And also travel. So if you have wishes to travel somewhere, right here, the horse is indicating, and the wind is also, like, there's movement here, right? The horse and the wind. The wind can push things, can move things. So can water. Water can move things and make things flow downstream, right? And if you're in Egypt, it would flow in the opposite direction, would flow upstream. Anyhow, you get what I mean. But these things are already, you're moving in the direction of something. And if you have a wish to move in the direction of something, or geographically move somewhere, this is saying that those wishes are what's coming through for you. So let's see. 3 cards here. Pile number 1, viewers. These cards, by the way, are very intuitive. And since I already read symbolism and stuff like that, it's not hard for me to use these. So let's see here. 3 cards. What wishes are coming true for you? Pile number 1, viewers. This is the Muse Tarot, by the way. We have the Fool. we have the Five of Wands. Five of Inspiration, Five of Wands, and the 10 of Wands. So again, it's that feeling, that emphasis of working hard towards something. The Fool is you taking the first step, maybe towards a new endeavor, maybe towards a new goal, possibly for some of you. But nonetheless, what this is saying to me is that you've been working hard towards something. You've been putting your, your everything into it. You've been laboring, right? Because the 10 of Wands can talk about having a lot on your plate, having a lot of responsibility, maybe even stretching yourself too thin, maybe pushing and climbing. Because if you think about it, Ivy can push itself through walls, okay, through bricks. So, and again, the horse is that energy of pushing itself hard too. 10 of Wands is definitely about pushing yourself hard. So there's something that you've been pushing yourself very hard towards. You've been maybe struggling with that, maybe struggling, or you feel that you're struggling to achieve something. But the wishes that are coming true is basically are saying, look, you're fighting, you're pushing yourself extremely hard when you don't really need to, because these things are already yours. These things are already flowing your way. We took, we jotted down everything that you had on your wish list. We are helping you flow in the direction of it. We are helping you move in the direction of it. You don't have to force it. The Fool energy is one that's going to take leaps of faith. So maybe in the process of this, there's an aspect of you that needs to take a leap of faith and not fight with yourself about taking that leap of faith if this is something you really want. Maybe for some of you, this is something you've been fighting with internally within yourself. Should I not? Should I take that step? Should I not take that step? But intuitively, again, the water energy, intuitively, what is it that your spirit, your soul, your inner being, your higher self wants? Your inner being, your intuition, your GPS system of your soul knows the direction that it wants to go in. The Fool, right, is an energy where it knows the direction that it wants to go in, and it casts the fear aside. It travels lightly, and it goes in the direction of the unknown, even if it doesn't know what lies ahead. It's a bravery test. Sometimes you got to take that leap of faith in the direction of something that you love, something that you want, something that you've been working really hard towards, and take that leap in the next level and trust that when you jump, the net will appear. And when I say fighting with yourself, that's a Five of Wands. That's an internal struggle, and it's also an external struggle. We can feel that angst within ourselves when it comes to something that we want to do or something we're aspiring and really working hard towards. We can get frustrated and angsty, but we could also experience this frustration and angst outside of ourselves with other people in our environment, in our surroundings, maybe in our workplaces. And we can feel the weight and the burden of those environments and scenarios. Those things can really weigh us down. So part of me is feeling a little bit of, I know this is, I don't see anything that says it on the table, obviously, but I'm picking up the vibe of the desire for entrepreneurship. Some of you, maybe that is a wish where you want to take the leap of faith and you want to work for yourself, because not only you have what it takes. Okay. It's this feeling of, you have good work ethic, the horse, right? You can, you're a self-motivator. You can push yourself. You're willing to climb whatever ladder it is needed to get you to where you want to go. You might be willing to fight, right, with the Five of Wands. You might have the courage to fight for what you want, despite the odds, despite the maybe things that you have piled up against you over here with the Ten of Wands, because the Ten of Wands is usually about having a lot on your plate, having a lot on your shoulders. You know, it's that burdensome energy that we oftentimes feel. So I'm looking at this like you have what it takes to go in a new direction, even if you have challenges that you perceive around you in your environment, maybe within yourself, maybe there's something that you have to overcome within yourself, again, that internal fight, or there's challenges outside of you that you feel you need to overcome and that you need to kind of just like let go. Once you get those things off your shoulders with the 10 of Wands, you lay down that burden, lay down that yoke. It's pretty much smooth sailing. You can flow like the water. Okay? And allow spirit with the wind to carry you through. You're closing out with the number 10 here, a difficult or challenging cycle. But what it's going to do is open up doors of opportunity and possibility to you with the Fool. Open up a whole new journey to you. Spirit is saying here that once you take that leap of faith, your wishes are going to flow to you. Because the universe, God, Creator, Spirit already heard your intention with the wind. It's the minute you speak it and put it out there, the universe jotted down your wish. The feeling here is it doesn't have to be a struggle. It doesn't have to be a fight, right? To get what you want. Because the universe is, you know, it has to respond to you. It cannot deny you. You are a child of the universe, and it cannot deny you your wish and the desires of your heart. It will respond. So you're here on a human physical level trying to push, and push. But Spirit just wants you to flow, and flow. You know what I mean? And trust yourself with the full energy to move in the direction that you feel inspired to move into, that you intuitively know is right for you. Because your wishes, right, the materialization of these wishes are on the other side. Wishes coming true are work-related, business-related, career-related, new beginning related. Some of you are seeking a new beginning. Maybe you're looking even to travel. So travel, wishes of travel, moving to a different place altogether. And there might be some challenge attached to these changes for new, right? That you're looking for. If you're looking for something new, you're looking for new changes, new scenery, new career, or business endeavors. Like this is all new energy with the Fool. And whenever we are looking to make a significant change that is new to us, it does require us to break out of our comfort zone, to go out and seek it. And some of the 5 of Wands could be a little bit of that push and pull within yourself that is kind of like fighting against you sometimes. That's saying, should I not? And then the 10 of Wands is like feeling burdened down by all of the circumstances surrounding you that might try to convince you that you can't. But the minute you decide to heck with all that and you drop that yoke and you allow Spirit to move you, right? That's when everything starts flowing your way. And we have energy of flow here, the water and the wind. The water doesn't have to try, it just is. The wind doesn't have to try, it just does. And that's the guidance on the back end of this. The minute you decide to take that leap, right? And you've heard me say this in some of my other videos. The minute you decide, the universe will help align you with it. Okay? Sometimes we have to step out of our comfort zone, do the thing that might scare us, walk into the unknown with the Fool energy here, overcome some of our fears, drop the things in the past, because that's what the Fool does. He carries lightly. He doesn't carry a lot of baggage on him into this new chapter in life, but he goes optimistically in the direction of his desire because he knows that the possibilities are endless. And that is basically the energy that Spirit wants you to have in the direction of your wishes. It wants you to know that all things are possible and that all these beautiful things that you wish for can flow to you, and they will, because the universe already jotted down what it was that you wanted. It knows what you want and it wants to deliver. But sometimes we have to release our resistance. Instead of push, and push, we got to flow, and flow. And allow Spirit to do what it needs to do, because it's always working on our behalf. It always wants to deliver the desires of our heart and help to align us with it. So I know there's a lot of guidance in this reading, right? But it's also telling you that your goals, your career wishes, your entrepreneurial wishes, your desire for relocation, your desire to travel, okay? All of these things are coming true. They are available to you, but Spirit is also trying to give you a heads up of what needs to happen so it can flow to you much easier, because it already is flowing in the direction of you. It just needs a little bit more room to do so. And I say that because of the 5 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, which can sometimes be, you know, burdensome energy, being there's a little bit of resistance attached to these things. There's a push and pull with the 5 of Wands. There's the weight of a lot going on with the 10 of Wands. Then we have the energy of the ivy that can push through walls, the workhorse energy of the horse itself. You know, you're climbing and you're striving and you are working towards little by little in the direction of what you want. But Spirit's also saying that it can flow to you. It doesn't necessarily have to be forced. Okay. I'm going to grab some Making Magic here. Pile number 1. All right, so it says Philosopher's Stone. Powerful manifestation of wishes and goals by harnessing universal energy. There you go. Need I say more? Need I say more, right? So this is basically saying you have the power to manifest all your wishes and goals. You are capable of harnessing universal energy. Spirit wants you to flow with that energy and know it's already divinely your birthright to receive this energy and to receive all the wishes of your heart. It is literally that easy. If you can imagine it, right? It's real. Because all is mind. And everything begins in the mind. Everything begins with a thought first before it's physically manifested. Right? Just like that candle, it was an idea first. And that was in the mind. Before somebody created it in the physical. Fairy magic. Respectfully work with the fairies and elementals to achieve your goals. There you go. Yeah, I do believe there is magic all around you, flowing all around you. And that's the universal energy that is available to us to materialize or put us in the direction of what it is that we seek. Let's see, this is the Starseed Oracle. Okay. Signs. Look at that. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. The Fool energy. He takes that leap. Spirit has probably been nudging you with intuition as well, like I said, with the water energy, to take a leap of faith that you need to take in order to achieve or materialize a wish. Because it's already nudging you in the direction of it. If Spirit's giving you signs and synchronicity, it's because you're coming into alignment with the thing that you want. And this is Spirit's way of prompting you with inspired impulses to take inspired action. Okay? That's why I said the Fool walks into the unknown, doesn't always know where it's headed, but it goes anyway because it knows that there's like tons of possibility awaiting it. Tons of beautiful things. And maybe if you could stop fighting with yourself a little bit, or stop second guessing, maybe even for some of you, or allowing yourself to be burdened by the things happening around you, or allowing that to distract you, you literally remove barriers, right? In your own mind, body, heart, spirit, and you're free, carefree like the Fool, to go in the direction of and receive. So signs are everywhere. This is also saying that the Spirit is going to be downloading stuff to you, maybe even delivering you much needed synchronicity to confirm the direction that you're taking. Trust the messages you're receiving when you do receive them from Spirit. Okay, this is, hold on, this is the Legendary Ladies deck. Let's see if we can get one card. Final oracle for pile number 1, viewers. Your wish is coming true. Basically, you're on the path to your manifestations. Whoa, coming through for you or coming true. All right, so we have 2. Shadow and renewal. Okay, so we have Kali's energy, the shadow. That would definitely talk about some of the angst and frustration and fears, right, that we have to work through and cast off, like to remove the burden and the yoke from ourselves so we can be free to move in the direction of our dreams and our wishes. That would be that. You know, sometimes we have to work through that shadow to give us the confidence and this sense of renewal, right? So I also feel like some of you have been overcoming the shadow, and now that you have, you're free, right? Like the Fool. And you have a fresh sense of renewal. You know, this is your rebirth moment. So let's see if we can get from the book, we can look this up, okay? We have Kali, Goddess of Destruction, calls for you to face your shadow self. Things lurking underneath may be disrupting what you're trying to achieve on the surface. Facing those aspects of yourself is the only way forward. Kali helps you embrace them so you can truly be free from fear. Yeah, and move forward, right? Totally in line. Let's see if we can look up. And I'm not going to try to pronounce the names of all these goddesses because I don't want to ruin them. I obviously don't speak the language. So it says, okay, I'm going to try. Goddess Si Wang Mu, right, shares her secret elixir for eternal life and renewal with you. Take this chance. There you go. The Fool, right? Take a chance to either start over or put an extra effort into what you're focused on, okay? So again, the Fool would be the starting over, something new, right? So I think this definitely does apply in that sense. Here's a chance for you to do something new that's going to put you in the direction of the materialization and or the wish that you have for yourself. The universe is guiding you with signs, synchronicity, and intuition to nudge you. And we have the power, the potent power of the Philosopher's Stone within you that is going to help you harness the universal energy to achieve these things, okay? So I definitely do feel that magic is on your side. The fairy magic energy as well is going to help you achieve your goals. I do believe that this is a time for you to face your fears and help you move in the direction of your wishes that much quicker. And that's why Spirit's like, remove the resistance and flow. Remove the resistance and flow and allow these things to flow to you because they have to. They just have to. That's the way the universe works. So pile number 1, this is your reading. If you feel that this has helped you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Every interaction helps the channel grow, reach more people, and find who it needs to. If you ever want to take it a step further to support what I do beyond YouTube, check me out on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I do have powerful tektite crystals there, like moldavite and Libyan desert glass. I have cool crystal jewelry and other things I make by hand. And I do have personal readings and light language activation sessions there when available as well. So much love to you wherever you are. Take care and always keep shining. Pile number 2, you chose I Dream a Genie. Pile number 2, let's see what wishes are coming true for you. I have the Oracle here. This is a deck that I found at Home Goods, oddly enough. So let's see if we can get 3 cards. What wishes are coming true for you? Pile number 2, viewers. Okay. Well, we have the mushroom, the wings, and we have the skull, which is like the death card, right? All right. So I'm going to grab one more. The wings are like your angels, your spirit guides, your team, helping you make a major shift or change with the skull energy. And the scales. Yeah. So again, if I'm looking at the scales, I think of the fish energy, which is a symbol of abundance. These cards are meant to be read intuitively. I study and read symbolism anyway, so it's not really difficult for me to glean information from these kinds of cards that don't have direct meanings. So anyway, what I'm getting from this is that the wishes that are coming true for you are the ones related to some major change in healing, because mushrooms can be medicinal. They can also be psychedelic in the sense that they lift the veil to help you to see things for what they are and for what they aren't. And this is a breakthrough, I feel like, in clarity, and it's all divinely guided with the wings here by your spirit team to access the change that you need to lead you to your abundance with the scales, which symbolize the fish. Fish is an abundant symbol. Not only that, scales can speak of change and transformation. If you think of the reptile snake energy, which is transformative and healing. So we have two energies of healing if we're looking at this like a snake. So the snake itself does shed its skin, like the death card. It molts, right? It removes the old in order to rebirth itself and transform itself and make room for new growth. So I'm looking at this like the wishes that are coming true for you are related to some much needed healing and change. And these are all divinely guided and directed and protected by your spirit team, which is looking out for you, right? And wings, when you think of wings, it's all about flying high. It's all about accessing new heights and new perspectives, right? Birds are a symbol of the spirit realm. So this is about opening or dropping the veil and opening your sight to gain higher perspective through the shifts and the change and the transformation, right? That's going to lead you to your abundance and even a metamorphosis of sorts. There's something that's ending in order for the new to begin. And it's like the wishes that are coming true are on the other side of this ending. I think they're healing related as far as the wishes. I think they're spiritually related. And I think they're abundance and prosperity related. And I think they're related to much needed change that has been long overdue. I'm also getting the vibe of something that has been stuck or stagnant and just an old repetitive cycle. That is also, maybe you've been wishing for this to shift and change and be done already. That is also what's coming true. In other words, this much needed shift in the right direction to lead you to your blessings, your abundance, and your transformation is what's coming through for you. Let's see if we can get, this is the Muse Tarot, by the way. Let's see if we can get 3 cards here. Pile number 2, viewers. What wishes are coming true? The abundance that you seek. The healing, maybe the healing of your finances even. The healing of your abundance, right? If there was any lack mentality, I see that situation healing. Okay? To break you out of that lack consciousness, right? And maybe shift you in the direction of prosperity and abundance consciousness. Let's see. Whoa, okay. What was that? The 8 of Wands. All right, wishes coming true for you, pile number 2, viewers. 8 of Wands. Let's see if we can get 2 more. The 8 of Swords and the Page of Swords. So the 8 of Wands is all about movement. It's also about communication. And it's wanting to put you or move you in the direction of your passions, right? With the 8 of Wands. But the 8 of Voices is an energy, 8 of Swords is an energy of feeling trapped, stuck in your own mindset. And this is feeling like there is a breakthrough at hand to get you out of this energy, to allow you to move forward so you can start fresh, start new, start over. Bear with me one second because I didn't even realize my camera is all contorted here. Sorry about that. There we go. Or the cards. I had the cards all crooked. Okay, so basically what this is saying is that the mindset has to change to make room for these wishes. Okay, but I also feel like you're already on the road there, because the skull energy is giving us the vibe of death, that is ending, right? That mindset is ending, and it's opening you up to a fresh perspective, as I said with the wings, because the Page of Swords does step into the new. It is new energy, and it does look at things with a fresh set of eyes. And it does have clarity, because the Page of Swords oftentimes will hold the sword of truth. So Page of Swords is giving me the feeling of a breakthrough to get you and break you out of this mental energy here of the Eight of Swords, which allows you then to move forward with much more clarity and willingness to step into a new direction, because you feel confident in your own discernment, in your own truth, in your own you feel more discernment even in your own knowledge and knowing. Okay, you're looking at life through a fresh set of eyes over here, and we do have energies of messages. So there could be communication coming through, travel energy as well, if you're looking to travel and get out of, right, with the Eight of Swords, we can also sometimes feel trapped. So if we're feeling trapped and you have a wish, let's say if you're feeling trapped and you have a wish to get out of somewhere or to move somewhere entirely different, this is saying, or to leave a place that you're tired of being in, or that makes you feel unfulfilled and makes you feel restricted. That could be a job that maybe you don't even like, and it just limits your creativity. When I say creativity, creativity because of the wands. If it limits your sense of freedom and creativity, this is saying that the wish that you have to get out of a stifling situation like that, whether it be a work-related situation, a location situation, or a different, maybe you're looking just overall for a different way of living. The wish that you have to move you in the direction of this new environment, right? Or maybe even new job situation is what is opening up to you now, that you're maybe lifting yourself up out of the lack mentality, lifting yourself out of the narrative, right, with the Eight of Swords that you might have. And that's the self-imposed narrative, right? Or the paradigm that we oftentimes carry around with us. But this is Eight of Swords is telling me that you're stepping up out of this energy and you're moving forward in the direction of newness. Page of Swords wants to explore. It wants to investigate its options. It wants to communicate, and maybe with the Eight of Wands, even network. So I feel like open lines of communication coming through. You're making those connections, or people are making those connections with you, but nonetheless, the feeling here is that the resources, the information that you need, because information gathering with the Page of Swords, the information that you need is going to be made available to you to help move you in the direction of what you seek. So if you're seeking change, you're seeking a new place, if you're seeking healing, again, this is all guided by spirit with the wings energy there. If you're seeking your abundance, if you're seeking better, I would even say better pay, if you're seeking more of a creative work life, okay, there is abundance coming to you or towards you or helping to move you in the direction of it. The minute this idea of limitation or this restriction is lifted up, you can travel, you can move about, you can go seek whatever it is that you want, you can investigate, you can be inquisitive with the Page of Swords and have the freedom, right, to seek what it is that you want. I do feel your abundance is coming. I do feel the change that you seek is coming. The metamorphosis that you've been desiring for your life is on the other side. That wish, okay? The desire to change, the desire to have your abundance, the desire to move, the desire to have more creative freedom, the desire to have a less restrictive work environment, the desire for increase. Okay, I say increase because of the abundance over here. These wishes are all coming true, and Spirit is helping to lift you up out of the old energy to put you in alignment with it. Okay, I'm going to grab some Making Magic here. Restriction, blockages, limitations. I feel like these are all being lifted up out of the way, because the Page of Swords does have the freedom to explore new things. That's what it does. It's a page. It's trying to explore the world around it. And that freedom to explore is what's coming up soon. And it's the freedom of that exploration that is actually going to put you in alignment with your abundance and the changes, the fresh new changes that you seek so much. Ah, look at that. Successful career, a happy working environment, pay raises and promotions. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Like there's some kind of increase happening here with the scales, because the fish does symbolize abundance, right? And that could be through a new job situation. It could be through a different working environment, right? If you have a restrictive situation right now and you're wishing to get up out of that situation with your job or your career or where you live, okay, this is what's coming through for you. The wish that you have to get up out of that situation and initiate much needed change to give you the freedom, right? That is what's coming. And it says, one enchanted evening, the perfect night. Okay, whenever I get this card, it's basically everything culminating into one moment that's going to, like, the sparks will fly, in a sense that everything comes together for, you know, all in one moment to allow for the change to happen, right? It's like perfect timing. That's kind of the feeling this is giving me, where everything just comes together and moves you in the right direction and initiates the much needed change. It's like something happening overnight is kind of the feeling. And these wishes might just suddenly, right? The things and the stars might align, might just align suddenly, unexpectedly, from one night to the next. All right, is a feeling here. Sorry if I was struggling to articulate that. It's just that everything is lining up for then that one moment of breakthrough. That's what this is giving me. Okay, Starseed Oracle, let's see. Strength. Excuse me. You are being guided by the cosmos. Stay strong. A positive outcome is assured. Right here. Here's your guidance from Spirit. Right there. Yep. You are being guided by the universe, your spirit team, your angels, your guides, your star family, right? A positive outcome is definitely assured in the direction of your wish. All right, I'm going to grab the Legendary Ladies. Hold on a second. I almost dropped the cards. Legendary Ladies deck. Let's see. Final Oracle for pile number 2 viewers. So your wishes for a successful career, happy work environment, maybe a move, maybe a pay raise and promotion, maybe your abundance, right? All these things are coming through. I think a lot of, like, any past limitations and blockages are being healed and lifted away, to allow room for this abundance, to allow room for this growth, and for this forward momentum and movement in the right direction, for you to explore your options, right, with the page, and to receive the information that you need to guide you in the right direction as well. I think a difficult cycle may have been, you know, it's finally over, which is now going to put you on the path to, you know, the things that you desire and the abundance and increase that you seek. Ah, look at that. Divine Feminine. Chang Oh. Well, you know what? Let me just look at the animal medicine here, because rabbits are a symbol of abundance and fertility. The frog is also a symbol of change and transformation. And the rabbit symbol is also one of being able to pivot and shift where needed to help put it in the right direction. So let's see what this says. This is the Legendary Ladies. Goddess of the Moon, Chang'o. I think I'm saying that. You know, forgive me, guys. I'm not, you know, I don't speak, I speak a couple languages, but, you know, not Chinese or Mandarin or the different dialects. But anyhow, it says, this goddess appears before people to grant their innermost wishes. There you go. And answer their questions. Look within yourself and indulge in some yin or feminine practices, activities like spending time alone, journaling, or taking a bath. Right? Self-care. Am I not right? Beauty and self-care. Nurture yourself in order to hear the answers. So, yeah. There you go. Goddess of the Moon appears before people to grant their innermost wishes and answer their questions. So again, I was feeling like there could be downloads or information gathering, right, with the Eight of Wands. Communication, obviously, whether that's spiritual with the wings energy over here and or via people or places. There's information coming through, and a lot of that could definitely be from spirit. And that's why this is saying, look within yourself and indulge in some yin practices, right, to hear the answers, to hear the messages that spirit is trying to deliver your way, to assist you into this new energy. And I say new energy because of the page. Pages are new energy, and they deliver messages. So I feel like spirit might be giving you some serious downloads that are going to help align you, right, with the changes that you need to seek your abundance and to put you on the path to your success. And don't forget, right, that you're being guided in this. You're being completely guided in this. And the answers are coming. So if you were wondering how the path is all going to line up for you to help you get to your wish, Spirit is saying the answers are within, and we're going to help you discern them. Okay? There are changes happening over here with the frog that are going to lead to a lot of abundance, that are going to lead to your wishes. And here's the change leading to the abundance. Okay, so keep that in mind. So pile number 2, this is your reading. If you feel that this has helped you in some way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Every interaction helps this channel grow, reach more people, and find who it needs to. And if you ever want to take it a step further beyond YouTube to support what I do, maybe check me out on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have really cool handmade crystal jewelry and other things that I make there by hand. I also have powerful tektite crystals like moldavite and Libyan desert glass there. And I also have personal readings and or light language sessions when available. So much love to you wherever you are. Take care and always keep shining. Pile number 3, you chose the blue genie. For your reading, we are going to be looking at what wishes are coming true for you. And let's see, I'm going to be using this little deck here. It's called the Oracle. I got this at Home Goods, strangely enough. So they're just cards with symbolism on them, images that are meant to evoke intuitive promptings from you. And I, read and study symbolism, so it's not very difficult for me to use a deck like this. So anyhow, let's see what wishes are coming true for you. Pile number 3 viewers. 3 cards, please. Let's see. All right. What do we have here? We have the rose, we have the fire, and we have the blossom. Wow. Okay, so right away, fire is divine spark and inspiration. It's creative fire as well, and passion. Okay, think of fire energy. Somebody could be a fire sign. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but nonetheless, this is the creative divine spark. And It could be a creative idea that you have in mind, a wish to pursue a creative endeavor or manifest something, right, that you're inspired about. That is what is coming true for you. I'm also looking at the rose and the blossom. Maybe that's an almond blossom. Nonetheless, when I think of blossoming, and I do think of flowers who unfurl, it is an unfolding, right? It is a blossoming process. It's like you're coming into, or you're blossoming into, the greatest version of your divine spark. It kind of feels like your wish and or manifestation is going to help you unfold and unfurl and blossom into the greatest version of your divine spark. Spark of inspiration with the fire energy as well. I feel like there's something about your passions being ignited. It also can be love. Rose is a symbol of love. And it's a gesture of love, especially if it's a red rose. So there is a fire being lit in regards to a passion that you have, which is maybe putting you on the path to blossom, right? Love blossoms. So I'm looking at this like the wishes coming true for you are a creative spark and passion that is unfolding and blossoming in your life. It is a creative endeavor that is going to help you blossom into the best version of yourself. I also see love being ignited here, the divine spark and flame being lit, maybe with another, and that love also blossoming. Somebody maybe handing you a gesture, right, of love with the rose, and then that spark takes off and begins to blossom and unfold in a beautiful way, in a passionate way. All right, so as far as your wishes, love wishes coming true, and your divine spark of creativity and inspiration also taking place. So let's see if we can get the Muse Tarot. All right, 3 cards from the Muse Tarot in regards to pile number 3, your wishes coming true. Another thing, okay, I just got from the rose. When you have a beautiful flower, right, a rose will eventually unfurl and open up, but you can't rush the process of that. So there's an aspect of timing involved in the process of unfolding or unfurling the petals of a rose and revealing the beauty of that flower, revealing the beauty of that rose. So why am I getting the vibe of like a total glow up for some of you when it comes to this? Fire is also charismatic. It could also be very, like I said, passionate, sexy, hot, right? So again, you could be blossoming or having a major glow up, maybe in your look. Maybe that's a wish. Maybe for some of you to step up your beauty routine. Maybe step up your physique in some way. I don't know if you're doing something to change your look. If that's a wish of yours, this is a wish that's coming true. This is what I feel that you're putting on the path to receive as far as your wish. All right, so it could definitely be, as far as the wish is coming true, it could definitely be love related. It could be self-love related, right? If you're learning to love yourself, care for yourself, give yourself that much needed glow up that you feel has been long overdue, right? And then here's another aspect of it, is the wishes that are coming true are also having to do with a creative unfolding in your life. A creative, inspirational fire that the divine has lit inside of you that you must go out and pursue in order for you to become the best version of yourself. You could blossom and unfold into the beauty that you are through the creative aspects of your life. Because oftentimes when we're doing the things that we love and we are most creative in doing those things, we bring out the best in ourselves. And we're also most in alignment with our higher self as we do the things that we are most passionate about. So let's see. The Muse Tarot. What wishes are coming true for you? Pile number 3 viewers. Wishes coming true for you. Pile number 3 viewers. The Priestess. Yes. The Chariot, that's all about success and movement forward and focus, right? Forward momentum and focus, and harnessing your energy to go in the direction of, you know, your vision or your dreams or your aspirations that you want to achieve, right? And we have the Tower. So a breakdown to have a breakthrough. So, okay. When I'm looking at the Tower, I'm not looking at it like a upheaval, okay? I'm not looking at it like upheaval at all, not with the other cards on the table, for the simple fact that sometimes the Tower energy is where you shake things up to wake things up. And sometimes that shake up is something you initiate for yourself. That wake up is something that you initiate for yourself. This can speak of a spiritual awakening. Again, the divine spark and the divine flame lit within over here with the fire that's going to lead you to your unfolding and your blossoming, and the beauty that is you, right? The unfolding of the beauty that is truly who you are, right? That is what's taking place here. That is maybe the wish, right? You know, part of me is thinking that this could be the wish that Spirit has for you. Maybe these are things that you want for yourself, but I could also see them as, you know, because we have the High Priestess here, this is Spirit's divine wish for you on your journey, is for you to unfold and become the most beautiful version of yourself through the things that you love, through your creative spark and your genius, through your spiritual journey. The Tower energy is saying here that we have oftentimes, we shake up our own foundations. We break down old belief systems that don't serve the journey moving forward. This energy right here was already giving me the vibe that you're moving in the direction of the greatest version of yourself. Well, in order to do that, you have to break down any limiting patterns or belief systems and paradigms that would keep you from realizing your value, realizing your truth, realizing what you're capable of. Tower energy here is giving me vibes of breaking barriers here, breaking maybe even barriers within your own mind, body, heart, spirit. Coming into your spiritual, with the High Priestess, your spiritual prowess, right? To harness your spiritual energy with the Chariot and move in the direction of your goals. And breaking barriers of what you think is possible even within your own being. It's the Tower energy is a major sudden shift in who you are, right? If it's not, you know, literal, like something shaking up to wake you up, it's a shift internally that takes place where you're able to break down, right, the false foundations of who you once were or what you even thought was once possible, in order to rebuild yourself back up on solid, stable, more secure ground. The Tower can also speak of a major epiphany moment where you have sudden realizations, like big giant aha moments where Spirit like shows you, bam, you know, this is what it is and this is who you are and this is what you're capable of doing, right? Spirit is breaking down walls right here with the Tower energy. It's telling me, in order to allow you to move forward free and clear with the Chariot, in order to become your High Priestess self, which is, again, very connected to Spirit, in alignment with Spirit. It's a number 2, so that does speak of balance. We have the 7 energy, which is, you know, number 7 is also, if you're life path 7, it's a very spiritual path. So it makes sense for it to be here next to the High Priestess. Not only that, we have the Tower energy here, which is a 16. And, you know, if I'm looking at it numerologically, and you know what, my phone, because I do record some things with my phone. It does not want to focus. So anyhow, this is a 16. The Tower is number 16 in the tarot. And 1 plus 6 is 7. So I'm also looking at this as 277. I'm looking at this as an angel number in a sense. You have 2 number 7s if you break down the 16 to a 7. And again, I'm just thinking of like a very, very spiritual life path. You could be, if part of your wish is to elevate your spiritual journey, to awaken, to have a major shift in your journey, this is basically saying there's an opportunity here, like right around the corner, to level up in a way that you didn't even realize was possible within yourself. There's a major shift in belief system, maybe even in paradigm, breaking down barriers, limitations, and anything that would get in the way of your full unfurlment, your full unfolding, and the full blossoming of who you are. And it could be that this shift in your awareness, in your consciousness, shift in your life that's taking place is really just leading you to the best version of you, leading you to your higher self and all that you're fully capable of becoming. It's leading you to your successes. So if you have success on your mind, if you want to achieve things, if you want to become the best version of you, if you want to access the greatest version of your higher self, this is saying that you're moving in the direction of accomplishing those things, because the Chariot does speak of accomplishment. It speaks of achievement and hyper focus. And it also speaks of putting the past behind you and all you can see is your future. I also feel like this paradigm shift with the Tower and this breaking down of all old barriers and walls in your own mind, body, heart, spirit, this is going to open up the floodgates for you to become your best self, place yourself into alignment with anything and everything that you have your intention set on. And as you become the greatest version of yourself, you also align with your wishes. You also align with the love that you seek. You also align with the creative goals, right, and wishes that you want for yourself. You make room for spirit to align you with a divine match, with maybe with the High Priestess, a spiritual partner. Maybe it's also helping to align you with your soul purpose and mission. It's also to help align you with the creative vision that you have and that you have on your heart and on your mind. This is about you coming into the best version of you for all the right reasons. You're switching something up and you're changing something up. And I was feeling that vibe, like with having a major glow up or leveling up in your, maybe even in your physical appearance, but also maybe even in your spiritual journey and awareness too. There's some kind of leveling up here that I am picking up from the Tower and the High Priestess. And then it's like forward momentum and movement with the Chariot. There's really nothing to keep you from what you desire. The fire is a symbol of desire. The rose is also a symbol of beauty. So I'm also getting the vibe of like your inner world, right? The wishes that are coming true for you are the ones that you have held very deeply in your inner world, okay? The High Priestess, because that's what she does. She operates from her inner world. She navigates her life through her intuition, through her spiritual awareness, right? So it's like all the beautiful things that you've held on the inside in your inner world. The wishes that are coming true for you are those, and they will be reflected in your outside world. So they go from the inner, now reflected in the outer. And spirit is assisting in this leveling up, this awakening, this whole new level of awareness, so that way you can claim them, move in the direction of them, conquer them with the Chariot, achieve your success. because you're going to be more focused than ever, maybe focused on the things that you want to visualize, manifest, materialize. I'm not seeing the Tower as a bad thing at all. I'm seeing the Tower as a major shift in your awareness, a major shift in your life taking place. It's going to shake things up, to wake things up, but in the best kind of way. Also, let me go back to love, because if your wish is for love, this is basically saying you're going to meet somebody who's going to match you on a spiritual vibration level, and it's going to knock your socks off. Not only that, it's going to take you by surprise with the Tower. You might meet this person suddenly out of nowhere, and it's like the universe smacking you into them, and smacking you into them and them into you, and it's like bam, with the Tower energy right there. This person and you just literally running into each other. Like, the Chariot kind of gives me that vibe as well, because it's coming at you fast, right? This spiritual divine partner could be coming at you fast, and then boom, with the Tower, just you smack into each other, and then the fire's lit, and not only do you have the passionate connection, but you also have the spiritual connection. And then it's like, it's a beautiful unfolding and blossoming of, pure potential. So I see this as beautiful. I'm looking at this like the Tower is a positive thing, because all the cards are beautiful and positive. And if anything, it's like suddenly, unexpectedly, there's a major shift. There's a major encounter. There's a sudden knowing and understanding that the High Priestess is revealing, because the High Priestess does sometimes hold her secrets. So if you felt that love has been elusive, if you felt that creative spark and passion that you have has just been laying dormant, and you're wondering what your purpose is, if you're wondering what your mission is, like if you felt that something has been elusive to you, okay? If a goal has been elusive to you, if love has been elusive, if your soul, if maybe, like I said, your soul mission, sometimes we wonder what our mission is, what is our purpose here, and it's like one of those things that just totally is elusive to us, it evades us. This is saying that the priestess is coming in fast to reveal what has been elusive and or hidden from you for some time. And it's going to dawn on you, a sudden realization with the Tower, and it's going to smack you upside the head in the best kind of way to reveal what you need to know. Spirit is going to light that spark, that flame, and it's just basically going to be, it's going to take off from there, okay? Nothing is going to stop you with the Chariot. Nothing gets in the way of the Chariot. Try moving in front of a speeding train, okay? That is the energy of the Chariot. It goes. You can't stop it. That's why you have all the horses here, right? These wild horses running wild. You can't stop the energy because it's momentum. It's total momentum. And it's such focus and determination to succeed and achieve and go after whatever it set its mind to. So I think you're coming into the fullest version of yourself, and the divine is sparking something within you, and also colliding you with someone maybe outside of you. But whatever it is, it feels like it's going to be completely in alignment and in harmony and in balance with you. So whatever your wish is, it's in alignment with you. Spirit wants you to know that. And it's not going to be kept from you anymore. It's going to actually be revealed in a very sudden way, unexpected way, maybe even shocking. But there's this feeling also, relief, that's coming from the Tower because of that. It's like, now I finally know. Now I finally see. Now I finally understand. Consider that the blossom energy, it reminds me of an Ace of Wands, okay? Reminds me of an Ace of Wands, and I can't help but think of again, like I said, the divine spark of inspiration, but I also think of growth. There's so much growth taking place here, like a total leveling up, like I said. This is new growth happening. When you get the first blossoms of spring, it's a symbol of new life, right? New life. When I'm looking at, yeah, and it's like this energy is leading you to this new life. It's leading you to these new ideas. It's leading you to this new love, this new passion, maybe. It's leading you to this divine spark of inspiration. And I also feel like with the rose here, any of the thorns, right? Because sometimes we gotta, if we want to reach for a rose, we gotta be prepared to receive some thorns, right? So when I think of that, I can't help but think that, you know, maybe you've endured some things. You've had some thorns maybe in your side with life, right? Because life can do that. It can be prickly. It can be abrasive to us sometimes. It's not all roses, right? It's not all roses. But I really do feel like you've gained so much wisdom, so much knowledge, spiritual aptitude, okay? Through those thorns, then now you're ready for so much more. You're ready for the full unfolding and blossoming that is you, and the true beauty of your inner being revealed in your, you know, from your inner world out. So the divine soul's glow up is what's coming true for you. If you've been wishing for that divine soul glow up, if you've been wishing for that awareness and leveling up and the activation of your spiritual prowess, okay, here it is. This is also an indication that give yourself a chance to stop and smell the roses. Okay. I'm also, for whatever reason, these two cards together are giving me the vibe of like the phoenix that's rising from the ashes. Fully transformed, right? And now revitalized with new life, because again, that breakdown, to have a breakthrough, it's going to break down the old in order to give you that new life. New things are on the way. You're coming into the full alignment of who you are, your fullest blossoming, and the desires of your heart, right? Your wishes, if you're wishing for love, if you're wishing, whoa, did you see that? If you're wishing for love, if you're wishing for a breakthrough, if you're wishing for a sudden understanding and clarity, if you know there's anything that has been elusive to you and your wish has been to have that revealed to you, that is what's coming through. Your success as well. Okay. Oh, wow. So let's see. We had this one fly out for you. It says the festival. It says creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. Celebrations, right? Celebrations. That's what it's all about. Celebrating. This is your time to shine and be the belle of the ball, the life of the party. This is your leveling up, your graduation, your celebration, right? And I said that there was a spiritual leveling up taking place here. And if you've been wishing for that breakthrough, maybe in regards to, you know, your journey, or maybe even in regards to a healing practice, right? I don't know if any of you are light workers and or healers. If you've been looking for a breakthrough in that area of your journey, then this is also indicating that. Because your spiritual fire has been lit, right? Tree of life, true wisdom, and making good choices in life. I feel that that's connected to the high priestess. You gained wisdom and knowledge. Tree of knowledge, right? Tree of life. Here we go. Here goes the branch and the blossom. Bear with me here. I try to get focused. Here's the branch and the blossom that goes with the tree of life. Okay, so I feel like this is connected to the high priestess as well as this blossom card. It says water. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. It makes sense. Water is a very intuitive energy. Again, High Priestess. So spirit could be, again, your spiritual prowess, right? All your spiritual gifts may be ignited also. So all the clairs, right? Clairaudient, clairsentient, all your spiritual gifts, claircognizant, clairvoyant, you know, you name them. This is kind of giving me the vibe that if you've been wishing for that, that is definitely going to be ignited or initiated. Okay. And it's going to come in fast and hard, and it's going to like, boom, you know, like sudden understanding, epiphany, and all of a sudden you got powers. All of a sudden you have these gifts that were, you know, awakened within you, that were laying dormant for some time and had not been revealed to you. All right. And then it says, look, wishes come true. I mean, does it get any more clear than that? Rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes. Yep. So that is definitely clarifying the wishes happening for you, and you're coming into alignment with them. And they might just suddenly happen too. These wishes, whatever it is that you wish for, it's going to happen like boom, suddenly and unexpectedly out of nowhere. These things are going to start to happen. The tower energy will deliver things out of nowhere, suddenly and unexpectedly. So these wishes definitely rapid, right? Rapidly. They could come in rapidly, as this card says. See, Starseed Oracle. Pile number 3 viewers. One card. Whoa. Did that flip over? Almost. Oh, okay. One card. Blue flame. Wow. Connect to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you. Oh my gosh. And she's wrapped in blue. She's totally wrapped in blue. Yep. And there are some star seeds that vibrate blue. Yeah, and if you know what I mean by that, I'm not going to go into detail, but some of you are going to know what I mean by that. If you know, you know. Because it gets revealed to you in a very special way, if that's the case. Okay? So, yeah, especially for my star seeds out there, this one. Okay? Let's see. Legendary ladies. Let's see. Final oracle for pile number 3. Whoa. All right. Look at that. Rebirth and reinvention. Does that get any better? Right? Ixtel, I think that's how you say it. And hell, right? This makes perfect sense because I felt the blossoming energy was speaking of new life. And I was feeling the vibe of the phoenix that rises from the ashes, right? And that would be a rebirth, and that would be a reinvention of self. And I was saying that some of you are changing up your look, doing something different to have a glow up. You know, that would be the reinvention energy as well. We have the snake, which is an energy of healing, and it is an energy of transformation as well. So let's see what this says. Bear with me 1 second. All right, she's a Norse goddess, right? Let's see. It's time to relinquish and release what isn't working for you. It's always difficult to acknowledge an ending, but Goddess of Death, Hela, is here to remind you that it's the only way to find yourself at a new beginning. Makes total sense. Like I said with the thorns, right? Sometimes we suffer some thorns in order to become the rose. And that is what this energy is giving me. This is your rebirth moment, and with it comes so much. With it comes so much beauty and all the things that have maybe been, or you feel have been withheld from you, right? And they're going to come in fast and quickly and hard, right? Just like the wishes come true, saying rapid achievement. Towers indicating things moving quickly as well. You've gained a lot of wisdom in your journey. Okay, so this is a Mayan goddess. And it says, Moon goddess of creativity. Each cell is overseeing your reinvention right now, even if you don't see it. If you're feeling called to make a transition, then you have her blessing. It's a fortuitous time to make a shift or a change, right? And that would be the shift I was talking about with the Tower. It is a change and transitionary card. So it does make sense. And I was saying the creative fire, the creative, right, passion, divine spark of inspiration with these two especially is what's being ignited in you to get you to your wishes as well. So yeah, this is saying that that fire is going to be lit within you, and once it gets lit up and you have a sudden epiphany moment of knowing and understanding, like nobody's going to be able to stop the train. Like nobody's going to be able to get in the way of a moving train. Like you're unstoppable at this point, right? And it's a very fortunate and fortuitous energy taking place here with her. Okay, you're reinventing yourself, having that glow up in more ways than one, it seems. So pile number 3, this is your reading. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Every interaction helps this channel grow, reach more people, find who it needs to. And if you ever want to take it a step further to support what I do here, maybe consider checking out my Etsy store. The link is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have really cool handmade crystal jewelry there and other things that I make by hand. And I have powerful Tektite crystals like Moldavite and Libyan desert glass. And I have also personal readings and light language activations there when available. So much love to you wherever you are. Take care and always keep shining.